questions. जरा साउंड नको रे बाबा. Hello, hi, welcome to Vidyavardhini tutorial, Chandrapatna. Just give me a minute, I'll be starting the class. Hello, hi. Yesterday we had moved on to the most important part of the chapter GST, that is test yourself part from the textbook Concise Salina. So in this part we had completed 3 questions, that is still first question C we had completed. Now today we'll start with question D. The SGST paid by a customer to the shopkeeper for an article which is priced at rupees 500 is rupees 15. The rate of GST charged is. So this question is also similar to the previous question. They have given the 4 options. The first option is 15%. Second option is 3%. Third option is 5%. And the fourth option is 6%. Oh, I guess we had completed this question yesterday. I thought we have solved only 3 problems. So we had discussed this question yesterday itself. No issues. We'll have a quick revision. So here they have already given that price of an article is rupees 500. GST paid is rupees 15. Here they have given the amount of GST. We have to find the percentage of GST. So if SGST is 15 rupees 15 means CGST is also rupees 15. Total GST rate is equal to CGST rate plus SGST rate. So here, if SGST is rupees 15 means, then rate of SGST or SGST percent is equal to 15 divided by the amount paid by the shopkeeper, that is 500 into 100. So which is equal to 3%. So GST rate is equal to 3% plus 3%, which is equal to 6%. Okay. Hope you all have understood. We'll jump on to the next question. If anybody has any doubts, please drop your comments in the comment box. I'll be coming live every day at 9:30, or sometimes I'll be late by 5 or 10 minutes. So without fail, weekly 5 days I'll be coming live. We'll move on to the next question. Question number E. Reena buys a certain goods for rupees 4,000 and sells them to Ashok at a profit of rupees 500. If Ashok does not sell the goods further and the rate of GST is equal to 5%, the output GST for Ashok is, the first option is rupees 225, second option is rupees 175, third option is rupees 25, and the fourth option is rupees 0. See, read the question carefully. Reena buys a certain goods for rupees 4,000. That means the cost price for Reena is rupees 4,000 and sells them to Ashok at a profit of rupees 500. That means selling price is equal to rupees 4,000 plus 500, which is equal to 4,500. If Ashok does not sell the goods further, the rate of GST and the rate of GST is equal to 5%. The output GST for Ashok is, we have to find the output GST for Ashok. This first step, we have to find the input GST for Reena. Which is equal to 4,000 into GST, rate of GST is 5% divided by 100. So which is equal to 200. So the input GST for Reena is rupees 200. So profit made by Reena is already given, that is rupees 500. So the cost price for Ashok is equal to rupees 4,000 plus 500, which is equal to 4,500. And the output GST for Reena is equal to 4,500 into 5% divided by 100, which is equal to rupees 225. And the input so this is the output GST for Reena and input GST for Ashok, or this is output GST for Reena or input GST for Ashok. So input GST for Ashok is also rupees 225. See, it's already clear in the question that Ashok does not sell his goods further. He will keep the goods with him. So the output GST for Ashok is rupees 0. Hence the correct option is 4. Instead of solving all this, if the question is given for 1 marks, you can directly write it as rupees 0, because in the question it is clearly mentioned that if the Ashok does not sell the goods further and the rate of GST is 5%, output GST for Ashok is. See, output GST is applied only when you are selling the goods to some other person. So if Ashok is not selling the goods further, then the output GST is simply 0. Please take the screenshot. I'll jump on to the next question. If you have any doubts, please ask me. And please drop your suggestions in the comment box. And those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. You will get the notifications every day whenever I am live. So question number F. The market price of an article is rupees 1000, which is available at a discount of rupees 20% with GST rate 12%. Assertion. The GST on the sale is equal to 12% of discounted value reason are the GST on the transaction is equal to 100 minus 20 plus 12% of market price. First option is A is true, R is false. The second option is A is false, R is true. Third option is both A and R are true and R is the correct reason for A. Both A and R are true and R is incorrect reason for A. The market price of an article is rupees 1000. So market price is equal to rupees 1000 and discount is equal to 20%. That means 20% of 1000, which is equal to 200. GST is 12%. So price after discount is equal to 1000 minus 200, which is equal to 800. So GST is equal to 800 of 12%, that is 12 8s are 96. 96 is the GST amount. Therefore, the GST on the sale is equal to discounted value. So here the assertion is right. Therefore, assertion A is true. The GST on the transaction is equal to 100 minus 20 plus 12% they have given. That means 100 minus 20 is 80 plus 12%, which is equal to 92% of market price, which is equal to 92 divided by 100 into 1000, which is equal to 920, which is not at all correct. Hence the option option 1 is the correct answer. That is option assertion is true and R is false. Because the GST what we have got is rupees 96 rupees. Here in the reason we'll get the answer as rupees 920. Okay, I have some emergency work. We'll stop the class for today. We'll continue the class tomorrow. Thank you all. Bye bye.